Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the OK Podcast. My name is Sage, OK Sage, as most of you guys know me. Just want to check in. Third episode. It's been a couple years since I've talked to you guys. This is definitely going to be a different episode than kind of my past ones, but still kind of the same style. First solo podcast, so bear with me, guys. But I have a feeling we can we can make this happen. So the entire point of this episode is pretty much to bring everybody inside on the OK brand and kind of how I got to where I'm at. What led to this, the things that inspired the OK brand, the OK name, OK Sage, just everything that you guys have seen, honestly, in the last 4, 5, 6 years. And I'm really excited to kind of explain that. I guess it all started about 4 or 5 years ago when my engagement ended. I spent a couple of years engaged in a relationship that had highs and had lows that were higher and lower than most relationships should ever see. And that's not to say that relationships shouldn't see extreme highs. It's just the problem was that our highs were being created by the drastic lows to be able to reach those heights that we were. And it created this mental game of tossing back and forth, which some honestly listening to this podcast could probably relate to, where you're playing this game of riding this wave up and down and up and down and up and down. And as toxic as it is, it's addicting. And no matter how much both people want to get out of it, it swallows you and it keeps you in, and you just go through this loop. And I guess in short, I was stuck in that loop for about 2.5 years, almost 3 years. And when I was able to finally break free of that loop for myself and for the person that I was with, to free us both, truly, it took everything that I had. And I've lost friends due to them not being able to make it through that same thing. And I say this not to put myself in any position above anyone who has not made it through that. And I mean that in a life sense. It is extraordinarily hard. This is a great opportunity to let everybody know, I am bipolar. I have ADHD. I have severe depression, anxiety. The list goes on. I don't use that to identify myself. I have not created a personality around that, but instead used it to help me learn more about myself. And this kind of all ties back into where I said I'm not using what I said that I've made it through this to put myself above those who haven't, but truly to just show how hard that is. And those that have gone through that and have survived something similar, I want you guys to know that I'm here for you. So with all of that said, I survived. And the reason I was able to survive and stay okay, not only survive, but to be able to reach a point of saying I am okay and being able to try and maintain that. If I hadn't gone through those experiences and the things that I have, and that's just one experience that led up to this, to be used as a strong example, honestly, probably the strongest. And once that ended, I had to make a choice. It was either fall or find something to keep me going. And that's where the OK brand came from. At the time, I had no clue where this was going to lead. I had a vision. I had a passion, but this vision wasn't clear yet. It was still foggy. And I remember walking around, no matter who I talked to, whether it was at work or whether it was on the phone with my parents or anywhere, a friend sitting on my couch, I would say clear eyes, clear eyes, clear eyes, clear eyes, clear eyes, clear eyes, clear eyes. And I would say it over and over and over and over again. And that's the single saying that got me through everything. That single saying has been able to help many others, and that's been something that has truly made me very happy. I feel blessed truly to see that. I don't attribute or thank myself for coming up with that, but it has been something that, for some reason, being able to say clear eyes manifests a clarity. It keeps you in check throughout your day and throughout your life. You're constantly reminding yourself what your motivation is, what you're going towards, what you're chasing. And for me, it helped. I have a problem with losing track of what I'm going towards. And so to be able to say that and put that into every relationship in my life and put that into every corner, that changed everything. Clear eyes. And so while I was saying Clear Eyes was really a slogan behind my brand, which was OK Sage. And through time we've reached OK Mental and OK Clothing, OK Sage for music, and it's been awesome to watch things grow. We now have OKSage.com, myOKSage.com, distributed on every platform worldwide. It's been an amazing couple years, and all of it has been motivated through passion from pain. That's another one of the slogans that I've used to keep me going, and also to explain to people how I'm able to do what I'm doing. I'm using my pain, and I've built a passion around it, out of it. And it's not a fake passion. It's not a false passion. It's a passion to stay okay and bring as many people along with me as possible. And again, to explain, why I'm doing what I'm doing and how this all came to be. I hit a point in my life where I literally had nothing left. I had no license, no car, no house, no job. I had nothing. I pretty much was left with a fresh start once again for the 20th time in my life. And too many of us have experienced that. But did I use that as an excuse? No. Did I sit on my ass? No. I went, I started building a brand. At the time, it was not making any money, and it's still just starting to make money. And for years, it was truly just being able to put my mind into something that was helping others, and that helped me. I'm a strong believer, and I was told this by a couple people who helped me through that time in my life. I was told that an idling mind is the most dangerous, and I honestly think they're right. The worst times that we face are when we are truly alone with ourselves. It is that quiet space. Especially when someone experiences trauma or a loss or heartbreak or something that is extremely powerful, whether emotionally, physically, or energetically. And it's our job to choose how we face that, and whether we face that in silence or whether we face that, with synchronicities and scheduling, that's truly up to us. This brand was something where I could focus on my pain and not distract myself, but at the same time do it in a healthy way. And I guess it was unique. I truly feel blessed that I was able to save myself, I guess. And that's truly where I credit this brand. This brand was created for me, and through that, I've gotten to see it transpire into a revolution that has been able to help hundreds, and coming up probably over thousands now. I just don't want to say that yet, but it's been amazing to watch the lives that are changing. It's my own as well, in some of the biggest forms. But yeah, it's a brand that has been built through a passion from pain, motivated by Clear Eyes. Okay. I love it. Sorry guys, I'm still kind of getting used to this solo situation, but I know you guys are bearing with me, so I appreciate it. I have had a couple questions come in over time, over the last couple of years, and people have asked me what I do. What do I do for work? What do I do? Many times, almost every single time, all I can say, I've one answer that pops in my head. I don't know. I don't really know what to say when people ask me that. But one thing I do say is, I help people stay okay, and that is literally the only thing I care about, because that keeps me okay. And for some reason, people always ask me, like, what do you mean? Like, what do you do for work? And I'm like, I help people stay okay, whatever that means. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And this is a great opportunity for me to explain a little bit deeper on that. So I'm going to use this opportunity to do that. So to answer some of that a little bit deeper for you guys, I make podcasts like this. This is one way that I'm trying to build a little bit more. Yeah, I'm trying to do this more and really invest my time and show you guys, that I do have a voice and put this into my platform and my company and really use everything that I have. This is just one outlet, one example, from music to branding on Instagram. I post reels and I get a little bit of money from that. I love I love cars, so I film some cars and I travel and I love filming that. And the only way that I'm able to do this is by selling merch and doing little things like making music and doing all these. I have to spread it out 100 different ways. So I guess this has gotten really complicated. I'm sorry, guys, but in short, what I do for work is I help people stay okay, and there's a ton of outlets that the OK brand covers. So from clothing to just advocation to just talking to people, I truly try to spread it out, from music to videos on YouTube to podcasts. If I can reach you, that is my goal. It's truly meet you where you are, to stay okay and help as many others get to that point and to maintain that. This is the brand, and no matter the loss that we face, we will always come back stronger. And I don't say that because it strengthens us, because it doesn't. I'm a strong believer that anybody who tells you that is full of shit. Sorry for my language, but it's honest. I'm a strong believer that you do come back stronger, though. But it's truly dependent on how we face the music. If we don't process that experience, if we don't learn from it, we will not come back stronger. We will come back weaker. We need the clear eyes. And again, that comes back to the brand. I want to help everybody find what their okay mental is, what their okay sage is, what their passion project is. That's part of my brand. That's part of what I want to do. I'm not monetarily focused. I am truly focused on staying okay. Took me a long time to figure that out. Long time. Went through a lot of different jobs, pretty much every industry that you could think of, from retail bottom to top, seasonal sales to general manager. Flipped 55 cars. Worked landscaping to general construction. Even built a little cabin out in Eastern Washington. It's been a crazy little ride. With that though, I want to say, like, everything I do, I'm not rich. I'm not getting funded by some rich people or getting handouts from something, some money pot chilling. Like, everything that you guys see is truly possible because of what I want to do, of the passion that I have. It's because people like you listening to this podcast support me and see what I'm doing and see the purity and how true this passion is and want to support that. The reason I say this is to truly inspire you guys to continue to want to find whatever that passion is of yours and be able to explain that to the people in your life and show them that this is what you want to do. Because when you do, they will help you. And when they help you, I'm not saying just give you handouts, but I'm saying make things possible. Whether that's give you a place to stay for a couple months, or whether that's help you print shirts for your company, or even just, you're starting a new company, they support you by just buying one of your services. You got to be able to tell your people so they can support you in it. I see so many people just share things on Facebook where it's like, it's just pretty much a bunch of memes. You guys have all seen them, where small business owners are complaining about how friends want deals and hookups and stuff like that. It's like, everybody wants a deal and a hookup. So you need to figure out how you can make your people feel dealt and hooked up all across the board. it's all about communicating to your people and talking about them, because if you talk to them, they won't feel like that. You won't feel like that. Communication is everything. It's the only reason that I've been able to build this brand. Yeah. Sorry, guys, lost my train of thought there, but it's it's a brand that is truly as pure as it sounds. It's a brand that comes from the darkest depths of my being, and you'll hear that in some of my music. Some things I reference, it's not like the most positive light experiences you've ever experienced, but in some ways I've been able to bring that out in some of my art, and it's been cool. Um, I've tried really hard to show everybody what I'm truly about, to show that it's not the relationship that created this brand. It's not the engagement that created this brand, but I wanted to be able to use this platform to explain to you guys that if I had not gone through that intense experience at such an important time in my life, I would not be the man I am. There would be pieces of me that would be a lot stronger. But there are now pieces of me that are stronger than they ever would have been as well. And we have to look at that. And we have to remember that. I have to remember that. I have to look at that. And this brand keeps me looking at that. It keeps me in this. It's been 4 years since my ex and I separated, and I still am working through stuff. I don't know what I'm working through still, and I say that as honestly as I can mean it. I haven't seen her face since literally before I left her, and I don't say that to put myself above her. We it was pretty much an agreed position at that point. We needed to save each other, and that meant separating. This brand was to save me, because after we separated, it was my job to take care of myself. That was something I've never had to do before, but something that I had been doing the entire time. It's not a very good job. So came the OK brand. Started just as a name on Instagram, and over the years transpired and transpired and transpired. I started making music a couple months before my ex and I separated, and that set me up as a fallback to be able to invest myself in once everything ended. And when that happened, I started just making music and making music and making music and making music every second I had. And over the years, it kept evolving. COVID happened. I ended up getting on unemployment for a while, and that stayed until the point where I pretty much, when unemployment ended, I never went back to a normal job. I ended up moving to Arizona, Scottsdale, Arizona, over a year and a half ago, and was there for 6 months with one of my best friends from elementary school. It was a great time. Moved to Tucson after that in the summer and got my own house, set up one of the coolest pro studios I've ever seen, had the cloud ceiling across the entire thing, and built a big garden in the backyard. And after 6-7 months there, I hopped back over to LA, and now I'm in LA out of Arizona. And honestly, this is a great time to announce, but I'm heading over to the East Coast here in the next couple months. So that'll be every corner of the country in 3 years, and that's not just traveling, that's living. And anyone who has moved even just cities in the same state understands that living in every single corner of the entire nation in 3 or 4 years time is a lot to process. It's a very lonely life. You have to get used to spending a lot of time in your own head. Flashback to earlier in this podcast when I was talking about having to get used to that time, that idle time, and find ways to fill that, but healthily. Ways to still focus on what you need to focus on, but not drown yourself to the point where you're not okay. And for me, traveling partially helps me do that. I don't know what I want besides helping people stay okay. That's really all I know that I want. And so I've been chasing that, and I'm going to keep chasing that. I don't know what home is. It's been something I've been trying to find for a long time. And there's not been a lot of people that I ask who can truly say, like, I don't know what home is. And it's not something that I want to share, with somebody. It's not something I want to relate to them with. But with that, the few people that I do relate to with that, I'm on the hunt. I'm finding my home. You're going to find your home. And I promise you that. Just can't stop looking. One key to life, one key to this brand, one key to everything you guys have seen me be able to do, from the travel to the music to being out in LA to Scottsdale to everything. The plane rides, everything you've seen. It's not stopping. I have not stopped. When I want to stop, I don't stop. The reason I don't stop is because this is a passion. If you follow your passion, you won't stop. And that's the key. That's literally the key. It's not money. It's not fame. It's not power. I'm not better than anybody. I haven't stopped. Year after year. Taking shit. Not making any money. Posting music. Having to get better. Learning. Doing this. Losing that. Trying to do this. Trying to do that. Figuring things out. Design a shirt there. Oh, that didn't work. Try to make another one. There's a lot that comes into having success, guys. But truly, the only thing that matters is not stopping. Over time, you will figure it out. You will learn from the mistakes. And no matter where you started, you will figure it out. But you can't stop. That is the only thing. It's where this brand's come from. It's where I've come from. I'm excited. I'm gonna do more of these solo podcasts for you guys coming up. I'm excited to kind of bring this part of the brand up a little bit more. It's a way that I can kind of sit down with you guys at work, in the car, wherever you guys are, at home, and just hang out and be able to just talk to you guys straight up. And I think that's a very unique experience, and I want to use that. So with that, for my podcast listeners in particular, if you guys message me the code podcast3, I will give you free shipping on anything that I sell. So any of my merch, literally anything I sell, you guys get free shipping. So yeah, podcast3. Let me know. Shoot me a message, Instagram, anything. OKSage.com has all my links. So you guys just shoot me a message and that'll work. Got a new song dropping on July 30th. So just a couple weeks. It's the 17th right now when I'm recording this on Sunday night. I'm going to try and upload this tonight. So if all goes well, you guys will be hearing this. I'm glad that I was able to share a little insight to my brand and in why I'm where I'm at, how we've gotten to where we're at. And in short, in summary here, it's been a shit ton of pain, a shit ton of trauma, and a shit ton of experiences. And I would not trade them for fucking anything. And I'm sorry for swearing so much right there, but I'm serious. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Even though I battle every single second of my life, I deal with this trauma and this pain. But I use it to build this brand. I use it to push me to continue to do this. And I only hope that I can inspire others to be able to use their pain and their trauma and experiences to motivate them to to help others build greatness and find a passion that is truly going to push them into that for themselves. So much love to everybody. I hope everybody's staying okay and finding ways to do so. As always, my messages are always open. You guys can reach out anytime, any day, 24 hours a day. I will be there. Till next time, guys. I'm going to try and do this every weekend. So hopefully catch you guys next weekend. It's been good on the OK Podcast. Catch you guys soon.